Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another taping of Asaph Adonai Stories. I am your host, Asaph Adonai. I want to read some lyrics, some very familiar lyrics from the past. Figure 8 as double 4, figure 4 as half of 8. If you skate, you would be great if you could make a figure 8. That's a circle that turns round upon itself. Those lyrics come from an old educational children's show from the past called Schoolhouse Rock. And Schoolhouse Rock is an American programming series of animated musical educational short films. And they aired on Saturday mornings before any cartoon would come on. And it covered grammar, science, economics, history, mathematics, and civics. And of course, my personal favorite was the one we did just now, Figure 8. Now, the reason I'm talking about Figure 8 is because the singer who lent her voice, not only to Figure 8, but unpack your adjectives, her name was Blossom Dearie, and this is who we're going to talk about in this segment here. Blossom Dearie, born 1924, was an American jazz singer, pianist, recognizable for her light, girlish voice. And it was always interesting because this lady could sing jazz and play jazz, and she would perform with people like Miles Davis, Johnny Mercer, and many other people and performers from the past. But she sounded like a little girl, and that's what gave her the edge in her singing. Plus, she was a great piano player.
I wish you love my aching heart, and I agree that you and I could never be. So with my best, my very best, I set you free. I wish you shelter from the storm, a cozy fire to keep you warm, but most of all, when snowflakes fall, I wish you love.
She was born in East Durham, New York, to an Irish descent family and Norwegian descent. Now, she got her name Blossom because there was a neighbor who delivered peach blossoms on the day she was born, and that's how they came up with the name Blossom Dearie, which I think is an interesting piece of trivia. Now, after high school, she moved to New York to pursue her career in music, and she began singing with a group called the Blue Flames, Woody Herman's orchestra. She also moved to Paris in 1952, formed a vocal group called the Blue Stars from 1952 to 1955. She also had a hit in France, a French version called Lullaby in Birdland, which Sarah Vaughan made famous here in the United States. After returning from France in 1957, she made her first of 6 American albums as a solo singer, and that was during the 50s and the 60s. She appeared with Dave Garroway, the host of the Today Show at that time, who featured her, and he was a big fan of her. And then in 1962, she did a radio commercial for Hires Root Beer, the root beer drink of the past. She continued to do concerts throughout her lifetime overseas and in New York. In 1983, she was awarded the first Mabel Mercer Foundation Award. So that's kind of a flyover of the career of Blossom Dearie, and of course your audience can look her up. She left the world just some great music, not only with Schoolhouse Rock, but in the world of jazz and piano. So until our next taping, I am Asaph Adonai.